if you are going to Blackpool or Cardiff. Champagne prices are being cut in the run-up to Christmas, and to find out why, we can talk to the food and wine writer Natasha Hughes. Hello, Natasha.
Hello.
So what is the background to these price cuts?
Well, you've got to remember that over the past year and a half, we've had difficult economic times, so people really haven't been buying champagne very much. And in fact, champagne sales have fallen by about 20% over the course of the past year. So the champagne producers are very, very keen to make sure that we celebrate Christmas in traditional style. And we usually see prices for champagne drop in the run-up to Christmas and over the Christmas and New Year. And this year in particular, because they've had such bad sales, the champagne producers are really, really keen to make sure they put great prices out there.
So what are some of the best bargains to be had at the moment?
Well, I think it really depends on your price range. Supermarket own brand champagnes are often a very, very good deal because the supermarkets go to some of the best champagne producers to get hold of their champagnes. So that's usually a good bet. But a lot of the high street retailers put on huge, huge discounts at this time of year. And for instance, if you go to Majestic, you'll find a lot of 30 or even 40% off, and come Christmas you might even see 50% off.
But the prices will still be pretty steep, won't they, compared with, say, Cava or Prosecco, which has been doing so well recently?
Well, I was just going to say that we've all been conditioned to think that if you're going to have a bottle of bubbly, then it's got to be champagne. And actually, there are a lot of alternatives out there. You mentioned Cava and Prosecco, but the New World countries, places like Australia, New Zealand, California, all produce fantastic sparkling wines of their own. And also elsewhere in France. France doesn't just produce champagne. You can get sparkling wines from Burgundy, from Alsace, from Limoux, from right around France.
Going back to the champagne theme then, Natasha, what is your recommendation for the best champagne you've ever had?
The best champagne I've ever had?
For under a fiver.
The best champagne I've ever had for... Well, I think the best champagne I had...
No price limit.
Probably sell for over £150, but I have to say I didn't buy the bottle.
What was it?
It was something called the Clos des Gouasses from a champagne house called Philippe Amat.
Lovely. Sounds delicious. Thank you very much.
Can you get that down at Asda?
Not very often, not on special.
Thanks, Natasha Hughes.
How are those markets looking?